Hello, I'm Ratna, and today we are going to do conditional sentences. Conditional sentences, as the name suggests, it is all about conditions. And what do we do when we put a condition? We use the word if. If you work hard, you will definitely succeed. So, any conditional sentence has to have a if, right? So, let's start with the conditional sentences, and conditional sentences can be of various categories. The first one is called the zero conditional. The zero conditional is when there is no other word in a sentence as such which tells us about the conditions. For instance, if you pick a fish out of water, it dies. It's stating, it's a statement, right? There is not a condition as such, it's a statement. It is something that happens. If you pick a fish out of water, it dies. So we use zero conditionals to describe rules and situations where one event follows the other. It's a statement, it's a rule that if you do this, this is definitely going to happen. So we use the format, the pattern, if plus simple present, subject plus simple present, right? If you roll 2 ones, you will win the game. If you heat ice, it melts. It's a statement, everybody knows. If you don't water the plants, they die, right? So that is your zero conditional, where we are talking about a rule or a phenomenon with the letter if. The first conditional. The first conditional tells you exactly a condition. If you study, you will pass. If I study, I shall pass. We use the first conditionals to talk about possible results if we do something, right? So, if plus simple present, subject plus will plus infinitive. If I study hard this time, my parents will buy me a bike. Wow. If you go to a party, you will enjoy yourself. Other possible patterns in the first conditional are, if we save enough money, we can go on a holiday. So, the word can. If you see him, tell him to give me a ring. This is a imperative, a request, a command. It is an imperative. So, we can use the first conditionals when we talk about imperatives, or if we want to use, bring a sentence, bring a can in the sentence. So, it talk about possible results if something is done, right? Now, second conditional. I bet if I was an iPod, you'd listen to me. Now, look at the word was. So, what is this about? It is about a hypothetical situation. So, second conditionals is used when we are talking about a hypothetical situation. We use second conditionals to talk about imaginary, impossible or unlikely events. Like I said, a hypothetical situation. So, second conditional is formed in this way: if plus simple past, subject plus would, could, might. So, we are using a modal, right? Could, would, might plus infinite. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If I had enough money, it's a hypothetical situation. If I had a book, I would share it with you, meaning he doesn't have the book. If we had the book, meaning he doesn't have the book, right? To talk about impossible present situations. If I were you, I would study more. If I were the Prime Minister of India, I would improve the education system or something like that. If I were a king, I would give money to the poor. So, that is your second conditionals. So, zero conditional talks about a statement. First conditionals tells you something will happen as a result of something. So, if you do this, this will happen, a result. Second conditional tells you a hypothetical situation, right? If something would happen, then this would happen, a hypothetical situation. And the third conditional, if I had had money, I would have been happy. So, third conditional is about the past. Again, a hypothetical situation about the past, right? So, we use the third conditional to imagine things that did not happen in the past. If I hadn't broken my leg, I would have gone skiing. Have gone, past perfect. If I had studied more, I would have passed the exams. So, third conditional is when you are saying something would happen if something else would have happened in the past, right? Another word that we often use to bring about condition in a sentence is unless. So, this is used in place of if not. So, rather a negative of it. So, negative form of if. If conditional start with if, it's all in the positive. If there is a negative of if, we can use unless, the word unless instead of writing if not. If you don't get fit unless you exercise regularly. You don't get fit if you don't exercise regularly. I won't go there unless we take a taxi. I won't go there if we don't take a taxi. So, very simple. So, conditionals begin with if, or they have a if in a sentence. They can be zero conditionals, first conditional, second or third. For zero conditional, when it is stating a statement, it's just a statement, nothing is happening, it's just a statement. First conditional is when we are talking about a result. If you do something, this will be the result. Second conditional, what are we doing in the second conditional? Yes, we are again talking about a hypothetical situation. If something had happened which is totally hypothetical, something else would have happened. And the third conditional is in the past. It's all about something happening in the past. Again, probably something that did not happen but could have happened in the past. When we use third conditionals, we use modals would, could, should, might, etc. If we have to use a negative form of conditionals, a negative form of if, we can substitute it with the word unless. So, unless is another word we use for our conditional sentences. Simple, right? So, I think we know the general rules of conditionals. Now, I want you to just kind of go over them once more, and I'll come back with some exercises. Once you do the exercises, I'm sure it will be crystal clear to you and you will be able to answer all your questions correctly. Thank you.